What's up, all? Todd, Robe, Itinerant. So, stand-up desk. Just played a Vassal game with Mark Budo. Sorry, Mark, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I meant to ask you. Played the last 100 yards.
Yes, I'm wearing the robe. It's got chilly down here tonight.
In a basement of war. Played a game of last 100 yards with Mark. Interesting. Very different. They have done a great job of coming up with a different kind of game, tactical game. You think ASL, lock and load, ATS. Combat Commander. They've just done a really good job of just coming up with something very different. I'm just going to show some pictures of the game. It's really hard to narrate. This game would be really hard to write a report on because there's no turns per se. It's, everyone does everything, and then it's a new turn. And so it'd be tough to write a good comprehensive thing. Like, I guess you could write it in the 46th minute or something because you do by minutes, which is pretty cool. So you track by minutes. That's how the game goes across. Squads within a platoon have different cohesion ratings, which is cool. So they're not all the same. You can get different fire ratings. That's not unusual in the game. Pretty low chart use. You just it's the charts are for to remember what the modifiers are. And anyway, you can see the progress of the game. So it came down to I had to take 5 buildings in a church or get the casualty limit. Well, that didn't happen. I tried and I got stuck assaulting this Jackson in the middle of the thing. I should have tried a couple times or once and then moved on to the church. I took a bunch of wood buildings pretty quick. And I got the church, but then I ran it no matter what. Well, no, if I would have caused it, well, I couldn't. I couldn't cause a casualty, and and he rolled the lowest he could, and the time ran out. So what happens is at the end, you determine at this particular scenario, the time, 46 minutes, plus the casualties, which was 4. So I'm getting it wrong, but I went over the time by 2 minutes or 2, the score by 2, so it's 48 instead of 45 or lower for me to win. So that's kind of cool. So it's a time pressure game, and it didn't. By that I mean you roll a dice, so you chew up 2 to 4 or 5, 2 to 6 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes a turn, and I rolled low on that, so that can vary your game. I was rolling terrible on assaults, and except for my last one, I got a 10, and I pushed him out of the building, so I got the building, but I needed a higher than I could even roll to cause a casualty, which would have helped my score. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Fun game. Thanks, Mark, for taking the time to, 1, send me the game, the money and time to send me the game. That was super nice. 2nd, to get on twice now to kind of walk me through the rules, play this first game. Took a little while, but it's more I was being slow about thinking through stuff. But I feel good about my attack for the most part, except for I got distracted. I was aggressive, and which I never am. So I actually feel pretty good about the game, the way I played. And I feel pretty decent about the game. I got to play a few more times, but it's interesting. So that's it. I've gone a long time. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, GMT, Mark. And I'm sorry, I forgot the guy's name that wrote it. I should know that. Anyway. All right, we'll see y'all. Another good time of gaming.